back, everyone, for some more of my Leeds United career mode. And this is going to be the Season 1 finale. And the final game that I'll be playing in the Championship will be against Ipswich Town, who ended up getting relegated in real life. The last time I saw, they were actually just outside the relegation zone. As you see, I got 39 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. If I do win this game, that will take me to 40 wins on the season, which is awesome. But looking at the table, oh, they are back down. It's between them and Reading. And pretty much Brentford. QPR is not safe either, so any one of those 4 teams can go down alongside Preston and Bolton. But, yeah, just to show you what's happening since my game against the QPR, where I clinched promotion to the Premier League. Start off with a little bit of revenge on Sheffield United at Ellen Road. I ended up smashing them 5-1. I also hosted my rival Millwall. I ended up getting a 2-1 win out of that. Birmingham City, I ended up playing at St. Andrews. I ended up losing that 1-0, which is a bit of a surprise. Believe it or not, Alioski, that left midfielder that I ended up selling to them, scored the lone goal in that game. So he kind of got a little bit of payback on me. Away game against Preston North End, I ended up getting a 2-1 win on that. I did end up getting the double over my Yorkshire Derby opponent, Sheffield Wednesday. A healthy 4-1 win against them. Big win against Wigan, 4-0 at home. Ended up going away against Brentford, getting a narrow 1-0 win against them. And I ended up hosting Aston Villa, which in real life this was a very interesting fixture where Leeds actually allowed Aston Villa to score the equalizer and ended up condemning them to the playoffs. But that was not the case this time. I ended up beating them 1-0. And that takes us up to date to the Ipswich game. And there's also 3, which I'm going to show right now. 3 really, really promising Youth Academy players that I'm negotiating contracts with. And this guy right here looks like he could be the next Justin Van Leeuwen. He's a center attacking midfielder from Sweden. Fredrik Andersson. He's 16 years old, 5'10", 161. His technical attributes look like they're through the roof, so I can't wait to see what he's like. 71 rated CDM. His name's Marco Vanaken from Belgium. Again, his technical, look at that, 88 standing tackle, 87 marking, 87 slide tackle. I think he's got to be fantastic for me. And a promising left back, 72 rated Patrick Jansen from the Netherlands, the same country that Justin Van Leeuwen came from. 92 slide tackle, 86 marking, 84 stand tackling. His potential is from 90 to 94. That is the best out of anybody. And you look through the list at some of these. Christoph Giovanni, 69 rated. Jan Carlsen and Hans Eriksson are both 64 rated. Casper Van der Beijs, 62 rated. A lot of very, very, very good players coming in through my youth academies. Zoran Rhodes, Robin Berglund. Though Zoran Rhodes isn't available for me to sign since he's only 15, but figured I'd show my youth academy real quick since I apologize for not doing that throughout the season, but yeah, I have no idea why I have not, but anyway, we're going to be going to Portman Road, and we're going to be closing off the championship season against Ipswich Town. Normally I would like all orange kits, but for some reason with Ipswich Town they just don't look very good on them, so I'm going to keep the home kits on them, which I actually really like. But sadly, we'll be seeing this team that's once a Premier League fixture like Leeds United being condemned to League One for the first time in their history. As you can see, my bench there, Douglas, O'Connell, Nakamba, Tonali, Karaba, and David. And Chandler went up to 78, Ake went up to an 81, Simone's up to an 81, Rabio's up to an 85. Only ones that aren't really growing so far are Origi and Zinchenko. Hopefully that changes next year. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be my swan song in the championship here. Pretty much a victory lap, if you will. Yeah, I can't wait to get out of this division. As you can see there, Stoke City. I cannot believe they have 108 points and only one loss. They pretty much had the same season I did with Sheffield United. As you can see, Bielkowski is in goal for them, Emmanuel at right back, Chalobah in midfield, Hughes in centre back, Teddy Bishop, pretty decent player, Colin Quainer and Freddie Sears out on the wings. I didn't realize I had Colin Quainer from Huddersfield. Origi trying to apply some pressure right off the bat. Calvin Phillips with the intercept, and Calvin Phillips opens up the scoring for me. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure what to expect from this Ipswich team, although, as I saw from the lineup, they actually look pretty decent. Origi unable to get the interception there. He was able to get it that time, getting it cleanly. Okay. Oh, heavy touch by Kamaru. Okay, patience. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's not a good cross. I tried to cross it to Barrios, but Roof isn't really known for his crossing, but I do hope I get him at least a few assists because he's still on top of the leaderboard in assists. And, oh, look at that! Oh! How did that not cross the line? That was about as close as you can get from scoring a goal without scoring a goal. Timmy Chandler with the goal, and he gets his second in a Leeds United shirt. Boy, I'm having trouble talking today. I apologize. See if Origi can get the intercept. There we go. Origi gets the ball, takes an extra step, and he gets the goal. Origi gets on the score sheet. Ipswich has pretty much rode their luck for the majority of the opening few minutes here of this first half, but it looks like their luck is starting to run out. Chandler passing it to Jansen, Jansen passing it to Phillips, Phillips passing it to Roof, Roof passing it back to Phillips. Okay, Phillips gets his second of the game. Wiggins drawn 1-1 against somebody. I wasn't even make out who that was. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but Wiggins is level 1-1. I can't wait to actually see Premier League graphics again. Wow, that's just what was Donis doing there? He just let it go right through him. Donis, you're not making a good case for me to keep you next season. I'll tell you what, dude. That was a good pass from Calvin Phillips, and Donis just let it slide past him. Okay, Origi, can he get a second goal of the game? Yes, he can. Yeah, I'm not liking how sloppy. I know Ipswich is doing their part, but it seems like my team's kind of like a step behind so far today. Celebrating a little promotion a little too hard, I see. Okay. Oh, was he offside? Yeah, gosh darn it. Calvin Phillips was unable to stay onside. I did time that a little bit too late, though, but still. Calvin Phillips getting a little bit antsy when it comes to... Okay, make it run, Phillips. Look at that. He just cuts right through that Ipswich defense. And he gets a hat trick, I think. Okay, let's see. Maybe that's his second. I don't know. Okay, how's your long shooting? Very nice. Norwegi gets his hat trick. Okay, who is that? Is that Rabio? And Rabio gets on the score sheets. This is turning out to be like the keep your game where no matter where I shoot from, it goes in the back of the net. Yeah, this Leeds United team is ready for the Premier League. Origi passing it to Roof. Passing it to his preferred time. Again, he's offside! I know they have a connection with each other, but I'm going to avoid passing it to Phillips since he can't seem to stay on side with Beans today. That is extremely frustrating. Okay, Rabio, I see you. Okay, Rabio, can you get your second of the game? Yes, you can. Making a nice run inside the Ipswich defense there. I'm actually very happy I'm getting a chance to play against this Ipswich Town team because this is a team I've actually considered doing a career mode on. Especially with their current plate where they're finding themselves. How is that not a foul? Okay, Phillips, can you get your hat trick? Oh, close. I have enough time to do a corner kick here. Okay, Chandler, how's your long shooting? Oh, that's so beautiful. That's his second of the game. I am so glad I got Timmy Chandler. And I'm not just saying that because he's an American. I mean, he has been performing for me. But yeah, I've actually thought about doing Ipswich considering that a lot of people, I don't think, had them pegged to not only get relegated, but finish in the bottom half of the table, and to see them slide all the way down to the bottom of the league championship, that's sad. Stoke is beating Sheffield United. Wigan is drawing against Millwall. Aston Villa went up against Norwich. I didn't even pay attention to see who was in the playoff positions. Okay, I'm gonna actually move Roof to striker. Donis moving out wide. I'm actually gonna give Origi a little bit of a rest. He has been playing a lot lately, so I'm gonna put Jonathan David in there. You see Chandler coming on. Jonathan David coming on for Divock Origi. I'm gonna move Kamara Roof up to striker. Kamara Roof pretty much has the golden boot already locked. I mean, he's like a ton of goals ahead of everybody else. Chandler, I see you. Donis gets his goal. Not the best cross you'll ever see, but it was good enough to get to Donis. Donis was able to make the run, and he's able to just smash it home. Bielkowski could do very little on that one. Okay, nice interception there. Who is that? Kamara Roof? Because who else would it be? And he gets his goal. Okay. Roof with the intercept. Jonathan David doing his magic out on the right-hand side. Donis, I see you. Donis, can you reach it? Yes, you can. Able to out-muscle the right back there from Ipswich. And able to smash it home with his head. Very strong start to the second half. David applying pressure. Rabio trying to get the ball. Okay, Barrios passes it to Phillips. Phillips passing it to Roof. Roof, nice save by Kowalski, and that's going to go out for a throw-in. Jonathan David will throw it into Timmy oh, what? Let's try this again. Timmy Chandler throwing it out to Jonathan David. David crossing it in the box. Tried to get to Kamara Roof there, wasn't able to find him. Barrios with the ball. Rabio, his shot blocked. Jonathan David. Okay, make the run. Ah! Okay. Oh, Calvin Phillips. This goalkeeper's starting to perform really good now, and that just goes over everybody. Okay, can you cross it? That wasn't too bad, considering there's a desperation attempt to get somebody in there. Oh, come on, guys, don't turn off. Who were you passing it to? I just talked about how strong of a second half that we started off with, and this is how you guys have been playing? Calvin Phillips passing it to Roof. Okay, Roof. Oh, come on! Now Bialkowski is starting to play like David De Gea now. Okay, yes! Finally somebody scores! Feels like it's been eternity since anybody's found the back of the net in this game. And I know the game has already been won, but at the same time, though, I do want my guys to be consistent. Okay, nice. Roof, can you find Phillips? Phillips with the easy tap in. That is beautiful. And that's the hat trick for Calvin Phillips. And yet another assist by Kamara Roof. That should put Kamara Roof and the leaderboard on the assist too. So he may be the leading goal scorer and the leading assist getter in the championship this year. Okay, Phillips. Oh, how unlucky was that? That would have been a beautiful goal. Okay, Phillips. Somebody get the. Ah! What is it with my guys letting the ball go past them whenever somebody makes a pass to them? Donis was the biggest culprit of that in the first half. Okay, Kamara Roof. Oh, come on! Somebody find somebody! Okay, Rabio gets a goal, and I do want to make some subs. And Rabio's coming off for Tonali, and Nakamba's coming on for Phillips. Get to see Nakamba and Tonali for at least the last 8 minutes of this game. Usually this team's passing has been really good, but I don't know. It's been kind of suspect today. And when they do make good passes, the teammates just let the ball roll past them. Like, what the hell are we supposed to do with this thing? Jansen. Chandler, Zinchenko. Been very quiet all season. I don't know what to do with Zinchenko exactly. I paid $15 million for him, but I don't know. He really hasn't been getting the job done for me. And that was a beautiful goal by Donis. Yeah, I can honestly say I have not been impressed with Alexander Zinchenko since I paid big bucks for him from Manchester City. I have a feeling I ended up getting hosed on that deal. Okay, nice. Oh, that was a good attempt by Jonathan David. Okay, can Donis get a goal? No, he can't. How good is your shooting, Jansen? Jansen. Oh, that was actually pretty close. I liked how that dipped towards the end of that shot. That actually was not too far off. Okay, should kick this out and that should do it. Nice goal, but it ends up not counting. And Leeds United close out their season in Championship and go up to the Premier League as winners of this contest against Ipswich Town. Okay, let's see who they give. Timmy Chandler, man of the match. You know, I'd have to agree with that. I think he was the standout. Oh, excuse me. The standout performer for me today because everybody else kind of had an off day today. Donis with 3 goals, no assists. Let's see. Roof only scoring once, which is kind of odd for him. 6 assists coming from him. Origi, 3 goals. Rabio, 3 goals. Phillips, 4 goals. Jimmy Chandler was the only one that got at least a goal and an assist today. He got, well, other than Kamar Roof. But, he ended up getting 2 goals and 1 assist, so yeah, he deserves man of the match. See the scores there. Okay, let's do some training, then we'll take a final look at the table. Okay, it looks like the 4 playoff teams are going to be Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Norwich, and Blackburn. Blackburn were able to keep their playoff position, so they'll be taking on Aston Villa, and Nottingham Forest will take on Norwich. But I ended up closing the season 123 points, which is, with that insane amount of points, that's only 12 ahead of Stoke, who ended up getting 111, and only one loss to them all season, so I have to give them a round of applause for that. I mean, I think this is the first time I've ever had a team besides myself accrue at least 100 points in a championship season, so yeah, props to Stoke City. They absolutely deserve it. They're 25 points ahead of third place Aston Villa. As you can see in the middle of the table, Swansea City finishing 10th, Derby finishing in 11th. Sheffield United finishing in 15th, which is actually pretty decent for them considering most of the time they end up around the relegation spot or end up getting relegated. But looking at the bottom of the table, I do condemn Ipswich to relegation as they, Preston and Bolton, end up going down. QPR, Reading, and Brentford surviving by the skin of their teeth. But yeah, let's see what's going on. FA Cup. I end up losing in a quarterfinals. It's going to be a Manchester Derby in the FA Cup, which is going to be awesome. I would love to see that in real life. Manchester City took out Spurs. Man United took out Liverpool. As you can see there, I ended up getting smashed by them in the quarterfinals. I beat Wolves in round 5. I ended up drawing 2-2 against Leicester and ended up beating them in the replay. Round 3, I ended up beating Nottingham Forest. And I was not in round 2. And let's see who ended up winning the Carabao Cup. Manchester United beat Chelsea to win the Carabao Cup, so they have the potential to do the double if they beat their arch rivals Manchester City in the FA Cup. And Newcastle made it to the semi-finals. That's unrealistic. Manchester United knocking out Spurs. Again, they got knocked out of the semi-finals. As you see, Newcastle. Why did I forget that I ended up losing to Newcastle in the quarterfinals? I don't know why I forgot about that. As you can see, I ended up beating Exeter 3-1 in round 4. Beating Sheffield Wednesday in round 3, 1-0. I ended up beating Barnsley on penalties 5-4 after drawing 1-1 in the regulation, and now I'm beating Stevenage 3-0 in round 1. And I'm not sure if I ever showed the International Cup. I ended up losing on penalties in the final to Hellas Verona, who ended up getting promoted to Serie A in real life. I ended up losing to them 5-4 on penalties. And I ended up beating Čeker Rizespor in the semifinals. And as you can see, there's my... that's how the group turned out. I ended up drawing against Sassuolo, but I ended up beating Boavista and Frosinone. But let me just see who ended up getting out of the Premier. Well, not out of the Premier League, but who ended up winning the Premier League and who ended up getting relegated. Manchester City ended up winning the Premier League 10 points above Manchester United. And looks like Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea will be joining Man City in the Champions League next season. Newcastle finishing 13th, exactly how they did in real life. And the team's going down. Well, they're not going down. They got one more game to play, but looks like it's gonna be one. Well, Huddersfield is already going down, but and so is Fulham. Fulham's not gonna. Maybe Fulham can, but I don't know. It's gonna be one of two of either Bournemouth, Southampton, Cardiff, or Fulham that's gonna end up getting relegated. And I'm curious. Let me just see League One. Sunderland did end up getting promoted by the skin of their teeth over Portsmouth, only by a single point. Barnsley ended up getting automatic promotion. They ended up winning the league by 12 points. But let's see. Let me look at some stats here. Kamaru is my leading goal scorer. 27 ahead of both Adam Reach of Sheffield Wednesday and Jordan Hugo of Middlesbrough. And my next closest were 18 goals apiece by Origi, Phillips, and David. So that's pretty impressive. Kamaru, those 6 assists ended up helping him being the leading assister in the league championship. 6 ahead of Darnus and David. And Jack Butland ended up getting the leading clean sheet getter in the league championship for Stoke. That's probably a big reason why they ended up getting promoted. He was 1 ahead of Kiko Casilla, who ended up getting 16. And Unai Simon ended up getting 14 clean sheets. So I had a combined 30 clean sheets this season between both my goalkeepers. I'm not going to complain about that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's get out of that. Okay, I don't know. Only 74,000 from winning a championship. Thank you, board. Now, I'm going to go ahead just see if any of my youth prospects signed their contracts yet. You can see I gave new drills out. Tonali's getting halfway to 77. David almost at a 73. Simone's almost at an 82. Ake just recently gone up to an 81. Okay, my 3, okay. Yes! Calvin Phillips is staying! This might come as a bit of a shock to you considering all that's been said in the press, but I've decided this is the place I want to play my football, and I'll be staying. Thank you, Calvin Phillips. Believe you me, I do not want to get rid of you. You are going to be a big part of this team for the entirety of the career mode, I think. I am not losing you, my friend. But my 3 Youth Academy players that I wanted to sign all ended up signing contracts for me, which is very good news. So, and like I usually do to close out this season, I will be doing a squad report. Oh, excuse me. Unai Simon ended up supplanting Kiko Casilla as my leading goalkeeper this season. He ended up growing by 8, which is fantastic. Timmy Chandler wasn't expected to actually grow. His potential was at a 77 according to SoFIFA, but he ended up growing by 1. 29 years of age, but I still feel like I got to have a good season or 2 with him, so I'm going to stick with him for at least 1 season. Pontus Jansson, he's actually a player I'm actually considering selling, considering I'm bringing in Mangala from Manchester City, and I have a feeling he's going to end up being surplus to requirements. Nathan Ake already grew by 1. Zinchenko has not grown. That's kind of ticking me off a little bit, but yeah, hopefully he'll start growing, else he'll be on the chopping block. Barrios growing by 2, which is awesome to see. Rabio growing by 2, again, awesome to see. He's at an 85, so will Koke when he joins the club next season. Calvin Phillips, he grew by 3. It's saying that he's unhappy, but as you saw, he's willing to stay with the team. Donis grew by 1. Kind of a mixed bag from him. I don't know what to think of him yet. I almost sold him in January, but decided not to, considering I'd already sold Danny Welbeck. Origi has not grown again. That kind of concerns me, but hopefully he'll have a breakout season next year. Kamar Roof, my MVP of this season, without a doubt. 47 goals, 25 assists, involved with 15 clean sheets, all in only 36 appearances in the championship, grew by 2. He's got to be a big part of this team throughout this career mode. Jonathan David grew by 2. Looking like a promising prospect. Sandro Tonali grew by 5 out of 76. He's just going to get better and better. Mervis Nakamba grew by 1. My go-to guy. I expect him to play a big part of this club. Karaba has grown by 3, which is actually more than what he's grown throughout my Sheffield United career mode. Always good to see. Jack O'Connell grew by 4. He's at a 77 rating. So he's probably going to end up being my starting right back alongside Nathan Ake next season. He's going to be replacing Pontus Janssen. And he's a bit younger too. He's only 25 years of age, so I got a good 5 or 6 season with Jack O'Connell. Barry Douglas, 29 years of age, grew by 1. Had a pretty good season. 2 goals, 3 assists, and 27 appearances. Involved in 16 clean sheets. Kiko Casilla fell just short of Jack Butland in the leaderboard in clean sheets. I expect him to start dipping in overall here starting next season, but he did pretty good for me. Luke Ayling had a solid season for me as well. He grew by 2. And let me see these 3 young superstars for me. See these attributes here. And these stats right here, I don't think they'll look quite as good as what Justin Van Leeuwen's did, but this guy could have the potential to be Leeds United's version of Justin Van Leeuwen, and he plays the same position too. Let me look at his, okay, he has 4-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, so it's not 5-star in both like Justin Van Leeuwen. And he's left-footed, but he can only play at center attacking mid, so he's not quite as versatile as what Justin Van Leeuwen is, but he's going to be a promising young prospect for me. Mirko Vanaken, see his stats right there. 71 rated, he's a CDM. Let's look at some of his stats. He can play as a CDM or as a center back. That's pretty good. He's also left foot. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. That's not too terrible. No, I wish it could have been better, but hey, I'm not picky. 71 rated. He already has 84 aggression, 83 interceptions, and look, standing tackle, marking, and slide tackle. That's incredible. I might end up putting him as a center back more as a CDM if I'm being perfectly honest. And watch out, Alexander Zinchenko, because if you don't start growing soon, my friend, you're going to be replaced by this guy, Patrick Janssen. And look at some of his attributes. He can play as a left back or a right back. He can play as a right back, and he's right-footed, so even though he's a left back, I might end up playing him as a right back, so he could end up replacing Ayling. But 17 years of age, 3-star weak foot, only 2-star skill moves. That's kind of a problem, but hopefully he'll grow more in as he develops. But look at some of these other guys. Jack Harrison, he's on loan. He'll be going back. I'm not sure if I know I said that I was interested in buying him from Manchester City, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have room on my team to have him on next season, even if I did want him. Bailey Peacock Farrell did not grow. I was hoping he would have gone out on loan, but unfortunately he did not. Tyler Roberts has grown by 3. Isaiah Brown grew by 1. Bamford, he did not grow at all, but he was a solid performer for me this season. I'm not gonna complain about him. Eunan O'Keefe, I'm gonna end up Eunan O'Kane rather. I'm gonna end up selling him next season. He's already gone down from an overall to 67. Liam Cooper has grown by 2. I'll keep him around. I did get an offer for him in January, but I ended up turning it down. It was really a great offer anyway. Berardi, I have him transfer listed. His days on this club are numbered. Vernon Anita, he's already dropped by 1, even though he was on loan, which is concerning. So, even though I like him in real life, he's going to be on the chopping block. Lawrence DeBach, I don't know about him. Samu Sace. He, even though he's 28 years of age, he's already dropped by 1 in overall. He's on loan at Getafe. He's going to end up getting sold. Weston Bowie grew by 3. So he's possibly another player I'll be looking to send out on loan again. Hadi Sacco, I don't think I'm going to be keeping him. Same with Sabicki. Shaughnessy grew by 3. A lot of these guys I just don't know about. J-Roy Grotto grew by 3. I might be giving him another look. This guy has a monster potential, Yosuke Itaguchi, so I definitely do want to keep him, but send him out on loan next season. Pierce grew by 4. Wilkes grew by 3. Ekuban grew by 3. And that's pretty much it. And, yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to say, and that's gonna close out Season 1, and next time you will see this team, they will be a Premier League team, and I cannot wait for that. That is gonna be so exciting to see what this team can do in the Premier League. But, yeah, this video is gone off. This 37-minute long video, holy crap. That's what I get when I talk, but there's a lot to cover in this video, so... But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.